Good morning. So I am down on the middle lake here, and today I am going to be replacing platform 8 here. Now the platform itself doesn't actually look too bad. I thought it was actually in reasonable condition, but I noticed there was a couple of loose planks the other day, and I started screwing them down, and I was aware I was using 4-inch screws and I just wasn't hitting anything structural. So I lifted a couple of planks and had a look at the structure underneath, and it's like, no, it's shot, it needs to be replaced. So unlike the other platforms around the lake, this one is completely over the water. So underneath this board here, there's a row of posts that's holding the dirt back. And then there's posts further on that hold this platform up. The water's not desperately deep underneath the platform. It's probably about 2 feet at the most. But to be honest, I don't want to get in today. So I'm going to be trying to do this one without getting wet. Now unfortunately access isn't the best either, because this one sticks out on a piece of land here, so it's going to be an interesting one to work from. I'll try and get the best shot I can for the video, but the last thing I want to do is drop my camera in the water, so we'll see what we can do. But yeah, let's start by ripping this one up. Well, that's got the deck off, and you can now truly see what I'm dealing with. So I didn't trust the original supports on this, so I have got all new ones anyway. This bit here I stuck in as a temporary, literally the other day, because it doesn't matter, even if you put cones on these things and say do not use, people are stupid, they still move them out the way. So that was just in case somebody did stand on there. But that's the original post, and that didn't have any meat to it, so I put another one in there. But I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do is cut that there and try and replace the first beam, so I've got something solid to stand on. Then I can stand on this post, so I can cut the next section out to get the next bit in. So this is going to be great fun doing this. And I'm sure by the end of the video I will have fallen in the water at least once. Yeah, right, let's get the saw and see what we can do next. Okay, so that is the worst of the old deck out, and it gives me space to work now. So I'm going to start by putting the beam across here. So that post there is a new one that I've put in, and that post there is another solid one. I'm not necessarily going to use those, but there's no point taking them out because they seem solid, they seem good. If they're anywhere near the frame, I'll screw them in because extra posts are always good, but I'll just pretend they're not there for now. So I'm going to make the new deck slightly bigger than the old deck, because everything was cut to 1.8 meters, so I've got it, might as well use it if I can. I'm going to put the first beam across in front of these here, and I am going to screw back into this structure, because that means that the new deck will be secured to the bank, as well as supported by the posts, and then I'll put new posts in at either end to support it as well. So yeah, let's get on with that. Okay, so we're getting there. So I've managed to get all of the old deck out. I've managed to get the new framework in. So I've put more posts in than it actually needs. I've gone with 8 posts, so 4 across the front, 2 supporting the middle, and then there's 2 supporting the end. But it's also tied into the 3 on the bank here. So that's got way more posts than it ever needs. The ones at the front though, it is down into clay and it's a little bit soft, so I don't really want the front sinking, which is why I've gone for quite so many. Gone through, double screwed everything with extra big screws, so that is all nice and secure now. I'm not quite sure how. Unfortunately I put the beam in wonky at the front there, so it's skew width, but the frame is actually square to the bank here, so once the deck boards are on you won't notice that at all. So the only thing I've got left to do, trim down these ends so they are level, and then I can start putting decking on. I think I'm going to have a quick lunch break first though. So, right, see you in a bit. So there we go, one finished deck. Everything's all nice and tidied up now. So I hope you got a decent view from in the reeds there. There wasn't really anywhere better that I could have put you without knocking you into the water. So, but yeah, it's all finished. Everything's screwed down properly now. So there is still a little bit of a step up onto it, but the rest of the deck is all now flat. There used to be a block you used to have to stand over. I've also made the deck a lot bigger, so it feels a lot safer being on there now. I've also changed the orientation of the boards because they used to go that way and they could be quite slippery, whereas now you're walking across them rather than along them. But yeah, I was going to say it's nice being out on here, get a lovely view around the lake, and you can even sit and dangle your feet in the water. It's just at the right height for that. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, do leave a like and please subscribe, and I shall see you later.